Good morning, guys. So for a while now, I've been reading this book called Life Principles Daily Bible. And this was given to me by a good friend of mine, Mike Boserman. Mike Boserman gave me this after an incredible journey he and I had had gone through together. And for a while, I've been recording excerpts from this book. That way my mind can kind of really embed the concepts and the principles. And another way I want to really like grasp these principles is to regurgitate this information now. So today will be the first episode of My Journey Mondays, we'll call it. And what I'm basically going to do is just kind of like read an excerpt, then kind of just share a little bit on how it has any relation or relevance to my life. So the first excerpt I have is, often we want too much too soon, and this becomes often true in our desire to become highly competent. But skills take time to fully develop. We acquire wisdom over time and build character very slowly. Now, so this has incredible relevance to my life. I can't even really share the amount of times where I was mentally way ahead of where I was physically, and where I was spiritually less ahead of myself where I should have been. And that just means I wanted way more than I was ready for. It says David knew about the development of competency over time, and Samuel anointed David as king of Israel fairly early in his life, probably when he was a teenager, yet David did not automatically become king. And that's interesting because we can have that seed planted in our life where we know we want great things and we're yearning great things, but we're not given them immediately. We don't receive them immediately. And the past 5 years of my life have been insane, because 5 years ago I had no idea I'd be where I was right now in any aspect of my life, and that's in in my spiritual life, in my professional life, in my personal life. I had no idea that I would have the knowledge and the wisdom and experience that I do have now, and that I realize is so minuscule compared to where I aspire to be. And back then I wanted all of these things, but I didn't realize that I wasn't ready for them. And a lot of the time we put ourselves in positions where we kind of get let down by ourselves and by others, because we expect to receive things so immediately, but we don't really keep in mind that sometimes we're just not ready for them. And sometimes it's not time for us to have those certain things, or to be in certain places, and to experience certain people or places, or whatever it may be. And I think that a lot of people can relate to that. A lot of people don't really realize how important it is to have some patience, and to remember that things come in time, and that things will eventually come. And they'll come when you're ready for them. And when you're ready, you won't even really realize how long of a journey or how short of a journey it was to get there. So I hope any of that really embedded into your mind. Now I can kind of really strengthen my understanding of what it means to understand that competency and skill takes time to develop.